The 15th race of the AMP Energy Racing Series 2010 season would be held at the Livonia Raceway in Livonia, Michigan. The AAA pole award went to Cody Lochner for Renesee Racing in the number 34. Ironically, was sponsored by Subway for this race. Sponsored by Subway. Weird, I guess. Landon Rody starting to the outside. Nick Cazzaro, hometown driver, in third. Jack Jefferson would be making his debut with Ted Hendricks, or being a Ted Hendricks replacement. So he would be with Brandon Loach Racing. And Sean Donnelly, welcome back, Sean. He'd be gone since his Talladega Q race wreck. He'd be back this weekend. Cazzaro would close in on Lochner at his home track. And here we have Nicholas Hierski, the AARO Molson Canada Series Exhibition 2010 champion. He'd be running in the back. This would not be his debut, however. And here's Luis Tellez, who's been struggling the past few weeks after his win at Daytona and his great start to the season. He's been struggling ever since. As you see the long green flag run we'd have. First round of green flag pit stops. Nick Cazzaro would lead the field down in, and Cody Lochner would pit the next lap. And Casey Anderson would pull off 2 tires, and he would take the lead. However, that would come back to haunt him as Nick Cazzaro would take the lead away from Anderson in the number 5. Cazzaro takes the lead at his home track. This is Jan Motorsports' home track. He gets around Anderson, and then we'd have our second round of green flag pit stops occur. See Jalen Scranton running up at the front as well. Fred Ritcher, he's going to try to make it all the way on one stop, trying to go for 3 in a row. The first time anyone's ever done that in the AARO. He looking to do it. Herb Cilantro, point leader, would be running in 10th at this point with Jalen Scranton. Ritcher would take the white flag. Nick Cazzaro will lap down. Heartbreak for him. Fred Ritcher is going to make history once again. He'll come around, cross the line. 3 in a row for Fred Ritcher. He wins the Subway 200 off a great fuel strategy. Decided not to pit with everyone else, and well, there's Fred Ritcher, his team making some great calls once again in this series. Nick Cazzaro, heartbreak for him. He probably had the car to win. He'd finish 6th, just barely on the lead lap, and Sean Donnelly finishes 5th in his return to the AERS. Great showing by him. So Fred Ritcher will finish first, Wendy Fisher 2nd, Bill Sabo 3rd, Luis Tellez 4th. All the top 4 played the fuel game strategy, and it paid off. Sean Donnelly 5th, Nick Cazzaro 6th, and then Casey Anderson would be 1 lap down in 7th, Sean Glass in 8th, Jalen Scranton 9th, and Herb Cilantro rounds out the top 10. The points are slightly getting tighter as Herb Cilantro leads Jalen Scranton by 34 points. Fred Ritcher climbs up 3 spots into 3rd. Luis Tellez climbs up 3 spots into 4th. Aaron Fisher 5th. Grant Jacobs 6th. Jerry Richardson 7th. Samuel Emma falls 4 spots behind into 8th. Justin Bazzani stays in 9th, and Wendy Fisher moves back into the top 10. She rounds out the top 10. Next race is the All-Star event at Mesa Marine. See you then.